Welcome to the Leicester Fan Show, live on Love Sport Radio. This is Leicester Fan TV. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. You can follow us at Leicester Fan TV on Instagram, also on Twitter. You can follow me at Lee_Chappie as well. I'm on Twitter. Right, Love Sport Radio are about to go live. Going to discuss many interesting things, especially the fact that Leicester are second in the Premier League still. I can't quite believe we're second in the Premier League. We are flying high. I'm just waiting for him now to call in, and it's going to be an interesting discussion. So make sure you follow Love Sport Radio on Twitter as well, and tune in at 10 o'clock on Tuesday nights. This isn't quite live. This is pre-recorded technically, and will be recorded live as well, merging it all into one video. Hope you guys like the way I do it, by the way, and hope you like the layout of all of our content. Let me know if I can improve anything in the comments as well, and fire some questions away as well. That'd be great. Fire some questions in the comments and I will get back to you. Right, let's get to it.
You are listening to the Leicester City Fan Show on Love Sport Radio with me, Charlie Hawkins. It is time for the Leicester City takeover for the next 30 minutes. Everything dedicated to the Foxes on this show tonight, and they are flying in the Premier League. Last week, Lee Chappie from Leicester Fan TV told me we've got a really good run of fixtures now, games we can win, but worried about that Brighton game because it is after the international break. Never knowing how teams are going to react. Brighton will be up for it. Will Leicester maybe not keep that pace that they have set so far? Well, they did. A brilliant 2-0 result. What a show we have for you. And there is still time to join in tonight. Tweet us at Love Sport Radio or call us 0208 70 20 558. But once again, that man again joins us, Lee Chappie. Lee, Leicester City 2-0, beating Brighton, 2 goals, clean sheet, 3 points. You can't do any more, can you?
They can't do any more to get my mood any higher, mate. I'm through the roof here. I'm still just buzzing. We're all buzzing. This city's buzzing. We're second in the Premier League. Just unreal, man. It's just, yeah. Go ahead, Charlie. Go on.
No, every week, Lee, honestly, it's a delight to hear you like this. But every week we get to talk on the Leicester City Fan Show, and we started this season, hoping Brendan Rodgers' first full season, what could be. Then as the season progressed, top 8, top 6. Then we said we've got a real chance here at top 4. Now Leicester have to be speaking about, the title race, because they are second in the league, 29 points, 1 point ahead of City, 3 points, ahead of Chelsea. Obviously, that substantial 8-point gap to Liverpool, but they're second in the pack. They are right there in this. And we're talking about the 4 clean sheets, the 5 successive league wins. They've done that in their title league winning season. This was better, 4 clean sheets. All the stats, it's looking likely, isn't it?
Oh, just unreal. I was just about to jump onto that before you mentioned it, about it's now 5 wins on the bounce in the Prem, 5 consecutive goals for Jamie Vardy as well. Little stat for you there. The only person that broke Ruud van Nistelrooy's record of most consecutive goals in Premier League history was himself, in fact, Ruud van Nistelrooy. And Jamie Vardy broke that record, and it could be coincidence that it was the man himself that broke his own record, so to speak, wouldn't it? It'd be great.
It would be absolutely amazing. But Lee, when before we get into the stats, because there are so many at the minute, because let's face it, all the media talk has maybe been on maybe how badly United, Arsenal, Spurs, even Everton and West Ham are doing to a degree. Then we talk about the big guns, don't we? Liverpool and City. I still feel like no one's really focusing on Leicester. Maybe I know you don't.
Great.
I know. I was going to say I know you don't want the focus, but are you a little bit still now? They're not getting the full attention they deserve.
Listen, the media have always been like that with Leicester City. From growing up, I remember us being on like ITV or something once in a blue moon, and I can't even remember the guy who used to commentate, and it was just so negative against Leicester, and I feel like that's always been a thing. It's almost like because we're not London-based or Manchester-based, we just don't seem to want to even acknowledge us as being a big six. a new name in the Big Six. That's just how I feel. And I think we've always felt like that, to be quite honest with you. It's a top six biased, and Leicester aren't allowed in the door.
Yeah, I know, Lee, obviously you don't need no extra confidence from the team or me to tell you stats to get you very hyped about your team. You do that for us anyway. It's always good to see your passion. But Leicester have now their joint best Premier League run from the 15-16 season. 5 winning games there, 5 games on the bounce here. We hear of the 4 clean sheets. But who else impressed you on Saturday? Because I watched this game and I saw it with one eye, and I was thinking of you, Lee, in a sense, because speaking to you last week on the Leicester City Fan Show, you said to me, look, Charlie, I feel like it's this first game, we want to carry on that momentum. You never know what happens in an international break, and credit to Brighton. Yeah, they had spells in the game. This was going to be the tricky one, but once again, it proved no match for you, and it almost didn't feel like a test.
Again, like I said last week, I was spot on. I said the first half's going to be shaky. I'm not bigging myself up, but I said the first half's going to be shaking, and that's going to be the true test. And again, Leicester come out flying. Second half, we were just again another attack. Well, we were attacking the first half, but the second half was just immense.
What I love about Leicester at the minute, we've got teams, obviously who are up there. Chelsea, they won 6 on the bench, but they were leaking goals, conceding goals. We know City, how brilliant they can be, but they've had their fair share of injuries, look a little bit shaky at the back. I know Liverpool are going strength to strength. But when we talk about Leicester, everyone's on fire. You've got, 4 clean sheets. You've hardly conceded any goals. I believe it's 8. You've got Vardy, the top scorer in the Premier League. Perez is on fire. Maddison, Tielemans, Ndidi, Schmeichel at the back. Johnny Evans looks like the form that this is where he was in his career. Everyone's fighting over him. There's no real weaknesses, Lee. I'm starting to think this is the near enough one of the complete teams of the Premier League.
It's unreal, mate. The last 5 Premier League fixtures, I think, or maybe the last 4. I'm not sure if it's 4 or 5. I can't get this stat exactly for you, but it was something like 17 goals to 1 on aggregate. That's unheard of at Leicester. 9 of them, obviously, were against Southampton. But that's a mad stat.
Well, I think all the stats at the minute, Lee, pointing at Leicester, they're all mad stats. And let's go through them, because I know sometimes stats don't tell the full story, but, there's no smoke without fire. These stats are here for all to see. It's in black and white. There must be some truth to them. Well, there is. Shot conversion rate, Leicester City lead the way, above Manchester City, above Liverpool, above Chelsea. They're leading that way. Such ruthlessness in front of the goal, spearheaded by the man known as Jamie Vardy. Then we talk about Jamie Vardy. Shot conversion rate, well, he is plus 40, leading that 40% in front of Aubameyang, Sterling, Tammy Abraham, ahead of Aguero, Kane, Sadio Mane, leading the way.
Mad.
And then we talk about, you mentioned it then, the top 10 longest scoring runs in Premier League history. Jamie Vardy, once again, he leads that way. And then we talked about the defence. We know it's only conceded 8. And expected goals to concede, Leicester second in that table as well. They expect to concede the second fewest amount of goals. I mean, these are pinch yourself stats, aren't they, Lee?
Rubbing the genie kind of thing. Rubbing the lamp for the genie to come out. It's magical. I mean, the boys even have gone Copenhagen. I don't know if you've seen that or not. The lads have gone on the Christmas do, all dressed up.
Already?
Very similar to same. So it's happened in 15-16 when we won the league. They went to Copenhagen and dressed up as the TMT Turtles. And here they are in Copenhagen. You have to check the videos out. You need to keep up with this stuff,
mate. I'm not across Leicester Fan TV. I need to keep up to this. It's too bad I'm reading all these stats, getting excited, and I should be finding out what's going on in Copenhagen. To be fair, it sounds like a much more exciting adventure. But Lee, let's try to offer the other side of it, because we're not putting a negative on it. But from a flip side, we may be, I didn't know about this, so I'm sure it's under wraps. But can the media and teams say, why are they going on their Christmas break now? They have a game on the weekend. Should they be flying off to Denmark and having a few days off? Is that where complacency can creep in? I know your argument would be, well, they've done it in the title winning season. It caused no harm then. But why didn't they? Why now? It feels a little bit weird in the middle. I know other teams maybe have European games, but is it a little strange for you?
No, I'll give you the reason why, mate, and that's because we've got no games are easy in the Premier League. Don't take this out of context. No games are easy, but we've got an easier run of fixtures right now, and the two big boys are the 21st of December and the Boxing Day fixture. We've got Man City and Liverpool back to back. Don't do the Christmas do at the end of December. Let's do it before it even starts. Let's get it out of the way.
Okay.
That's exactly how it is. There's no other reason I can see that Leicester would go on the Christmas do other than focusing on the big boys, the two big teams around us, which is Man City, Liverpool back to back.
Yeah, it's very true. Lee, I know I don't ever have to ask you of your expectations and what you think of your team. You're always very optimistic and very passionate. But what about the general consensus of the other Foxes fans then? Has that changed? And has that changed from the manager? Because I know his job, first and foremost, he has to keep the guys professional. He has to keep them focused, because you even said it, there are no easy games. And he said, top four talk, it's a little premature, title race. No, we're just going about our business. But if it keeps up like this, sooner or later, he will have to acknowledge the race that they are in, no?
I'm going to quote Claudio Ranieri. Our ambition, 40 points, dilly-ding, dilly-dong.
Okay.
We achieved that, and then boom, boom.
Is that honest, though, Lee? Are you just saying, look, let's just keep trucking on?
Honestly, Champions League is now a must. Right, we're 10 points or 11 points clear of fifth.
You're 10 points clear. No, 10 of fifth, which is Wolves currently on 19.
Yeah, okay. I've not got the table in front of me, but that's the case. 10 points clear, and we're going into I'd say an easier run of fixtures at the minute. And I say we take another out of these 4 games called Everton, Watford, Villa, Norwich. We take all 12 points. I can't see why we can't secure Champions League football, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, you've
really, I think based on them 4 next fixtures, it's Champions League football guaranteed for me.
Yeah, and you're completely right. You've set yourself there. You're in such a good position. Lee, I have to quickly end it on a question, because obviously I get to speak to you every Tuesday. Just as we finish the show...
I enjoy this, Charlie. I enjoy this every Tuesday now, mate.
Mate, I look forward to it. I'm glad you enjoy it. But honestly, I watch the game, I look forward to the result, and I think Lee's going to be right up for this one, as you should be. But Lee, last week, the show ended, the news breaks, obviously, Spurs sacked their manager. Luckily, they hired Mourinho, and I say luckily because everyone's going, they're after Rodgers. We're hearing Arsenal, maybe, Unai's on the managerial hot seat.
Yeah.
Other clubs we can talk about. Marco Silva will definitely be in charge. We learnt of that earlier today. He will be in charge for the Leicester game on the weekend. But, people are going to mention Rodgers. How much does this not maybe worry you, concern you? Because of the run, he's only going to get noticed.
Listen, Charlie, I was at Bradgate Park in Leicester. Do you know it?
I don't know.
Right, okay. So I was at Bradgate Park last week, and I think when was this? Wednesday or Thursday last week. Went for a walk with the lad, and came out to there's a cafe outside on the main road, and there's Brendan Rodgers in the cafe. Now, apparently, I've been told apparently he likes going around there. He likes Leicestershire, and he likes the walks around there. And he just happy, comfortable. I won't go into who else he was with and stuff, but that's true. Didn't get a photo because I didn't want to ask him for a photo. It just didn't feel like the right place. But he was there, and believe me, he does go there a fair bit. He's also been quoted about enjoying his time in Leicestershire. He likes the scenery, and he must be one of these geezers that likes scenery. And Leicester have got a decent countryside and a decent Braggy Park and all that. He's not going anywhere, mate. Let's take the stupid media. Oh, he's going here, he's going there. Arsenal are going to sign him, blah, blah, blah. He's just signed a contract for Leicester. I know there was no loyalty with Celtic, but he was there for about 4 years? 4 years? And
he's won everything he could have possibly won, obviously.
That's what it was about, because Celtic were not going to win the Champions League. They're not good enough to win the Champions League at the end of the day. So... I think he's still got something to achieve in the Premier League. He was so close to Liverpool of winning it. It was so close. I feel like almost there's an opportunity here at Leicester. He's seen what's going behind the scenes with the King Power brand. It's a big ambition behind this club. I think there's more to it than we know. to be quite honest with you.
Yeah.
And he's comfortable here. He's got no reason to go. He's not going anywhere. He's happy here. I think he's going to be here for at least 2 years.
Well,
at
Lee,
least another 2 years.
You have had the final say on it. You heard it here first from Lee Chappie at Leicester Fan TV. Brendan Rodgers, he loves Leicestershire. He is going nowhere. Lee, I hope you're going nowhere. You're a permanent fixture on this show. Always a delight to talk to you.
Thank you so much.
Lee, no, honestly, the pleasure is mine. Lee Chappie there from Leicester Fan TV. Well, this is the Leicester City takeover, and we still have more to come, so don't go.
Score predictions. You didn't get my... I didn't get my score prediction in. Bollocks. Okay, and score prediction, I'm going to go with Madders 2-0. I'm sorry I'm a chatty guy. I love doing this. So. Yeah, man. Take care, mate. Bye-bye. And there you go. That was Charlie from Love Sport Radio. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I get a little bit enthusiastic being live on the radio and stuff. It's all good fun. But I am going to go for a 2-0 Matters. I already said that with Phil Holloway on a show which is also out on our YouTube channel. So hit the subscribe button. And I'll see you on the next one. LeicesterFanTV.com. Visit us. There's some competitions. There's a keg of Everard's Tiger to win. There's a Leicester shirt, pink Leicester shirt by I think it's Pink Vehicle Leasing as well, competition on the website. Check that out. I'm Lee Chappie. Give me a follow at Lee_Chappie. I shall see you on the next one. Cheers.